Alright, we are live, man. From this website will tell us about the power of trends. And if you are interested in to know about that, what is the real thing and what is the power of trend and how to take more momentum out of it. Because every time when you take more and more momentum from any stock, that means you have to take and invest your money into it. Same things happen in this presentations. I will explain you everything in detail how you to take a stock which is giving a higher cadre of result which will engage your all conversations into the next level in this market. So let me start over there. This is a disclaimer which I always want to give in this video, and this is a price trend which is started to uptrend at the support level and that keep uptrend into the next level and the next level at the end of this. Once this trend has been touched at the peak level, you can say, in other words, this is the level of resistance. When this happen, then this trend started to give a resistance level at the pile up and pile up, pile up and pile up. This is the keep happening with that because of the downturn. It's also started to happen over there. This is the price of trend where you need to learn how it is work and how it is really important to understand that what is the real thing is happening in the stock. Once you understand the trend of the pattern, when the stock trend is making the lower bottom and lower bottom, then you need to be conscious about the trend because this trend is going to be very well a lot. When the higher lows keep coming in future about this trend, that means this type of trend is in a concerning state where there is a higher chance this will give more and more breakdown in near come. That is happened from here. It may be lose almost 20% from here to here. It is happened just because of if you invested here, that means you will end up losing 20 rupees. If you invest in 100 here and you end up losing 20 rupees. That's a hard cost realities for this man. So every time this happen, you need to aware about and question about that why it is happen and how why this is same things. We need to take actions over there and you need to be aware about that. Now have a look at this truth about the stand, where the many people are just saying that when the stand is going to keep uptrend and making new higher and higher, that means this stand is going to be giving you a massive level of run up from here to there. Once you observe that this stand is trading here, it's almost 8, and that means end of the month this will give you almost 2035 just because of this trend is almost reached their 4x the money whatever you invested in this trend. This will end up making 4x money from here to here. That's good. And if you look at this chart also says that no noisy fluctuations and their same things happen once the trend is started to picking up at the bottom level or the upside. That means every trend which has happened and keep making lows and lower lows and keep highs, then you have to reverse and you have to invest when the trend is started to giving a break up from their bottom. So like that, you need to invest it here, invest it here, and invest it here. You need to become alert about that because this is the time when the stock maybe give you a breakdown from this point, and once it has happened, then you need to be withdraw all money from this stock. This is all about the trend and momentum trading. So in order to take more and more trends and more momentum, you need to be understand what is a chart, what is a pattern which has happened over there, and how it just work really in the stock market. This is the same thing which I always talk about to my students, those who are making a crazy amount of money from this market. Now have a look at this chart. This chart shows us about the Bajaj Auto in uptrend pattern, and from here, this is the right time to go upside from here to here, and this is a keep uptrending. This is a keep in uptrending pattern, and once you take it here, you just keep investing your money at the bottom whenever this stock is touch their bottom at this level, and you keep making more and more profit from this stock. And once this happen, that means you are going to make a carry money from here to here. This is the same thing. And higher highs, once it is happen, then you maybe take a little bit about profit, whatever you really wanted to make a profit book, you can book any profit. When this is touch another higher lows, then you can invest more money into it, because when you take profit here, then you invest it here, that means you are getting more and more money out of it. This is the same thing I apply in many of the stock and gather more and more profit from this. This is a huge, and I always recommend you to invest at the same time as same thing. So this is another chart which is telling you ascending or a peak, you keep making a peak, another and another, and in future from this story has been started at the bottom, and this keep picking up and keep making a higher highs and end up making, which is almost 100% returns from their bottom level. And if you invest the money into the stock, and it will give you massive run up from the bottom level. And this is the same chart which is representing the downtrend from their peak. This is almost a 1000 level, and from here to here this is correct almost 40%, and we may be not concerned about that why this is corrected a lot, 45 drop. And why it has happened with the stock, you need to be cautious about. Just because of you might not remember that whenever that line, this is a line, this is not a line, this is a moving average. When the moving average is up above the trend, that means it is not right stock to buy right now. Whenever the moving average is down to the trend, down to the pattern which is happened over there, that means this is the right, just like that, this is the right trend to buy the stock. But if you're concerned about that, this is not at all right time to invest in the market. This is right, you can invest it. Now have a look at this another chart which is also telling you the downtrend pattern, where you don't need to invest your money because of it keep making a lower lows and lower lows and lower lows and higher lows, higher lows. Keep making that. You need to avoid this kind of stock whenever the stock is trading below the moving average line, because the thing is not good. Now have a look at this data is telling about the Amazon, how this Amazon is keep down in a downtrend rally because of the downtrend rally always down to the moving average. When it has happened, the moving average is giving the back to the returns from here, and this has become the right time to invest in this stock, just because of this stock is giving to pick up from their bottom level. That's great for the investor, for the trader, and those who really want to make a more and more profit in the stock market. So if you are really concerned about the stock, then you need to be concerned about the whenever the stock trend is going to be downtrend below the level of moving average. Whenever it has happened, then you need to avoid that kind of stock. And whenever it's give you a breakout from here, then you need to keep investing into that. Okay, that's what. Now have a look at this chart. This chart is also says about the same thing, which is happened the downtrend. At the downtrend, you need to share all the downtrend at the point whenever it's touch at the moving average. Whenever moving average is not just a sign of the this stock, it's a moving average, a sign of the buy or selling stock. You can say how good is that. Whenever this moving average is touched by this point, this is giving you another breakdown from this point. That's just happened with that. And when you look at this consolidation phase, which has happened many of the stock which is not working many of time, that's happened on a keep touching down, keep up and down, which has happened usually many of people many of the stocks. And that's why the resistance level is uptrend. And whenever the stock is trying to give a breakthrough, then that means this stock have to be just go upside and try to break this resistance, just because of the resistance level is so higher, because so many traders are just try to stop and try to book profit here, and whenever it is touch, they try to sell all their stock from this point. That's why the resistance level is become so critical for every investor. Whenever they give a breakout, healthy breakout, then you have to invest, just because of the breakout is not be a same thing which is make the people aware about that. So this is why you need to be concerned about the average resistance level. You don't need to invest in that, because if you really want to make a small profit, then you can invest at the support level and then sell out here, which is really a great sign for you to make a good profit. But you can't able to make a wealth from this chart just buying here, selling here. You can't able to make a healthy wealth from here. And if you really want to make a healthy wealth from the chart, then you have to just recognize the every breakout which is given by the trend. Then you have to invest at this point of time. So this is my side, and this is another breakthrough, and this is a breakthrough, and this chart is almost giving higher breakthrough just because of someone related to the institutional investors. This investor has been buying a higher lows. That's why the whenever this stock has been trying to break up on upside, the somebody else sell all their stock from the immediate level. And whenever stock is trying to go on upside, at this point, whenever this stock is going to upside, just because of there are most of the institutional investors are touching here point, and they invested all money into that. That's why the big candle is began to happen over there, and you have to just do the same thing. The type of trend, you need to understand the type of trend which is available on this side, and this is the price of trend, and price of trend is started to begin at the bottom level to upside, and it's began to happen with that. Now have a look at this type of trend. Same thing happening, ascending on the peak level, and the showing the big breakthrough and more of this trend. And this is a trend is also turn up and turn down for a medium of time, around 1 to 2 months, and down go up and go down go, and the same thing happened with the people. But the overall the context of the authority is when you touch the moving average for the 5 year 10 years, that means this stock is going to be upside, and it will give you a healthy returns as compared to another stock for the short terms. So when you look at this stock which is happen in the 5 to 10 years longer period of time, that means it will give you higher returns as compared to short terms. When you look at the short term, this is short term, but when you calculate all the returns which is begin here to here, that means it will make sure it will maybe give you in 4 times and 3 times returns from their bottom. And when you take a profit from here to here, which is very little, it may be a 10% 20% returns from here. But when you take long story, that means you don't have to worry about the thing stock, you don't have to worry about the market, what is going on and anything else, because your stock is also working for a long time. Now have a look at this type of trend and why it is happening. This is the minor downturn. It is started to begin here, and the medium term it is touch here, and it keep touching in the high lows, and major uptrend is showing here just because of the intermediate downturn is happened at this point. And whenever it's happened, that means this is the right time to buy at this level, because this stock is started to give up the upside at the massive level. Now this is the last slide where I explain everything log into the long-term trend, very why you need to invest in the long term, because every time anybody invest, the maybe short-term stock is gonna be go up downturn just because of that you have invested lots of money into that. And at the point of time, at the point here, this is the support level, and at this time the support level is going to be break by this stock, and it has happened with that. So this is my side where I just explain everything about the trend and momentum which is started to begin at the support level. And if you are interested in to buy, then you need to buy the support near to support level, or you need to buy the stock which is near to give a breakout from the resistance level. Once it is happen, two things happen at support level, and the breakout is happen in this any stock. That means it is the right time to buy the stock. Don't buy a stock which is trending below the moving average, because this is the not a right stock to buy that time. So this is my side.